Hello, welcome back to Nails by Sora. Today we are going to dive into some winter manicures, and I'm going to be using the new subscription bag colors that I received from Sparkle & Co. The main ones that I'm using are Eye of the Storm and Whistling Winds. Eye of the Storm is a cat eye, which is on my thumb, my pointer finger, and my pinky. And then Whistling Winds is a color changer, which is on my middle finger and my ring finger. Never to have it be too simple, I am using this silver glitter dip powder to create a snowflake on the two accent fingers, which I was hoping it would show up a little bit more. I'm considering, instead of using clear dip as the adhesion, maybe using a white gel paint. But we'll see. Right now we're just going to get into the meat and bones of it. And to start off the manicure, I'm going to be using my Madam Glam base coat. And I'm going to do a nail primer on each finger first. I don't know why this bottle gets so sticky all the time. It's not like I'm dripping the primer all over the place, but it's getting a bit disgusting. So I'm going to have to clean that off. But it's going to be a basic gel process to start. Gel polish on all of the fingers. Then I'm going to do base and top coat, buff and reshape. Then I'm going to go in with the snowflake nail art, which is pretty straightforward. Basically, it's just some lines going out from a center point with some contrasting lines going in opposite directions up the stem of each line. Chevrons, that's the word. My camera keeps falling forward. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to let the primer dry for a bit. Then I'm going to go in with the base coat. I think I'm going to give this bottle a little wipe down with some alcohol. See if I can clean that off. And I will come back when I'm ready to start in on the color. So this is the cat eye gel. I've been doing this since January, so to say always is a bit far-fetched. But since I've been trying to use cat eye gel, I've always had a problem with actually getting a really definitive cat eye result. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've watched lots of videos, and it seems pretty straightforward, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to work that well for me. And not obviously, but I could just hold the magnet and get a straight line, like you see right there. But I want something a little bit different. I want to get the actual cat eye look. So I'm going to do 2 layers of the gel, and I'm going to do the same thing with each layer, where I did get it slightly around the perimeter of this nail, if you can see it. So I'm going to try to do that, and basically you just go around the edge and you bring the line inward. And basically it's going to push the magnetic particles in the polish away so that you can get it where you want it. Not sure that that did anything, but I'm going to press on with my other nails. That is the wrong nail. I like that this polish has some chunky glitter in it. It's not overbearing. It's not chock full of chunk, if we're going to put it that way. But there is enough to really add a nice accent. I'm gonna move that one away from my cuticle a little bit. And then go back in with the magnet. And do a 60-second cure. I'm gonna go in and do a second coat exactly the same way and try to push the magnetic particles up around the center of my nail to create that cat eye look. Okay, so that seems to work a bit better. I wanted to see what would happen if I used the round side of the magnet, and that actually seems to create more of an effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it over the center of my nail, and that's going to create more of a presence of it around the edge, the free edge. And now I'm going to cure it for, actually, for 60 seconds. Had to take a quick break to get some food for my baby, my older cat Soleil. She only seems to want food when I'm indisposed. But so I'm going in with Whistling Winds. I always kind of wish that the darker color, or I should say the color that's on the cap, because it's not always the darker color, is the primary color. But it always seems like that's the cool tone color versus the warmer one. And I don't get to see it as much because my hands are always warm. There's a hair in here. But so it's blue when the hands are cooler, and it's whitish gray when the hands are warmer. You can see it's going on dark blue, and then it's quickly changing towards the cuticle on up, towards more of a whitish gray. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my long liner, and I'm just going to pull the color down towards the free edge to make sure that I get it nice and snug up along my cuticle. That way it'll give the nail a longer line and also make it so it doesn't look like the polish is already growing out. I'm just going to pull some of the color down because it's pooling a little bit at the free edge. And now I'm going to go in and do my ring finger. Okay, so I've gone and I've buffed and shaped my accent nails, trying to keep the profile pretty narrow. This one's a little thicker than I would like, and the shape's not exactly right. So I want to make sure I get it before I start putting it in the accent nail. You want to make sure that you buff the surface because gel doesn't like a smooth surface. It needs something rough to stick to, something rough or tacky. So those are ready to go. Like I said, I'm going to go in this time with a little bit of white gel paint instead of clear. And I'm going to go, not going to need my palette because I'm going to be taking it from my Madam Glam wet gel paint. Yes, it is wet, but white gel paint. Ideally, I would like them to meet up in the center. I don't know if you can see where the nail joins. So then the lines would go diagonally across both nails. But I'm just going to eyeball it as best as I can. So I'm going to start from the free edge. And I'm going to draw as thin of a line as possible. And I'm just going to go out like spokes of a tire. I'm going to do one part at a time, meaning I'm going to do the spokes first, lay down the powder, and then I'm going to go and add in the chevrons. So first, I'm going to put in connector lines between the spokes, going out in a diamond shape. And I'm going to do that for each group. Going out from the center and drawing my spokes. Now the downside obviously of using clear is it makes it difficult to see what you're doing, but you just have to make the best of it. I'm going to take my water marbling tool and just push the line over a bit to make it a bit thinner. Once again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to slightly adjust the lines. Now for this part, we're going to go and draw lines going away from each spoke, kind of like the end of an arrow. And there we've got half of our snowflake. So I'm going to cure that the rest of the way, and then I'm going to repeat it from the right free edge of my nail on over. So this is the finished look. I think I always make this mistake that I never put a base color underneath the cat eye gels. And I think that's where I'm having the problem, that I'm not really seeing that cat eyes show up. I think it's not bad with this one, but I think it would be a lot more prominent if I used a base color, white or black. That way it shows up a little bit more, because cat eye gels tend to be semi-transparent. And the color of my nail plate is showing up behind it, which is making it a little bit less prominent. But anyway, I had a lot of fun with this manicure. I hope you did too. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a like and a subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comments section below. I'm just finishing up with a little bit of cuticle oil, and then I'm going to wipe my nail with a lint-free wipe just to get some of the oil off of the nail itself. And I will see you in the next video. I'm going to be bringing a lot of content to you soon with holiday manicures. But I'm also going to be doing a lot of demonstrations on nail art, just to give you some ideas for what you can do for the holidays, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, or just some winter wonderland designs. That way, for anyone that doesn't observe any specific holiday, you can join in on the fun. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.